Hi guys, this video is our second lesson of chapter 6 and we're going to get into why are we doing what we're doing in this chapter. So we start out with kind of a problem here, and I just for the notes put that we're in 612 out of our textbook, and our example is a nice good old-fashioned story math problem about Alice and Bob. So let's read through it, pause the video and write it down. Make sure you have the whole story written down so you're kind of ready to dive into this. So here's our story. Alice and Bob have 100 songs on iTunes together. If Bob bought 3 times as many songs as Alice, how many songs did they each buy? Pretty traditional problem. Now most of you, I think, could pause this video and kind of guess and check and figure out the answer to this without using any algebra. And I kind of did that on purpose. I wanted an easy problem to kind of show you how's another way we could approach it. So let's say you're guess and checking this problem. Let's start with that approach because that would be a totally fine approach. We have Alice and Bob have 100 songs on iTunes together. So I'm going to start with that as my setup. I have Alice and I have Bob and I have a total number of songs that should equal 100 songs. And I'm going to set this up into a good old-fashioned guess and check table. Guess and check is a really good strategy. We use it all the time in math. When we get stuck on a problem and we need to kind of think through it, we start making logical guesses. So my strategy right now is guess and check. And we've talked a lot in class about guess and check, the whole process. You need to show it in a way that makes sense to the reader. So I'm going to organize my thoughts into a table so that somebody who's reading my work can see what I'm doing and really understand my process. I don't want to do all the guess and check up here and not show any of it, because if I do that, then nobody knows what I'm up to. Nobody can really understand what I'm doing. So Alice and Bob have 100 songs together. If Bob bought 3 times as many songs as Alice, how many songs did they each buy? So 3 times as many. So if Alice bought 10 songs, Bob bought 3 times as many. So I'm going to remember that it's times 3. So that would be 3 times 10 is 30. And if Alice has 10 and Bob has 30, 10 plus 30 equals 40 songs. And we know that's too small. I've made too little of a guess. We need 100 songs, so too small. But at least I've shown my thought process. Now anyone who's reading my work kind of gets what I'm doing here. So let's make a guess that's bigger. How about Alice bought, should we go pretty big? How about 30 songs? So 30 times 3 is 30, 60, 90. 90. So 90 for Bob. And 30 plus 90, too big, 120. Too big. But at least I'm kind of zeroing in. I'm getting closer, my focus. I've gone too small, too big, so somewhere in the middle between 10 and 30. So now we have to make some more guesses. And I could sit here for a very long time making lots and lots of guesses. Sometimes it takes a lot of guesses. Or maybe you get lucky and you get the guess right away. So let's try 25. 25 times 3 is 75. So Bob has 75 songs. And 25 songs plus 75 songs, oh perfect, equals 100 songs. Yay, check, we got it. All right, so there's my answer. Alice bought 25 songs on iTunes and Bob bought 75. I'm going to circle that. There's my answer. That's a really nice guess and check table. It's organized. It has a couple of wrong guesses to show how I was thinking, and then it has the correct answer. And maybe I could write a little sentence down here. Alice bought 25 songs and Bob bought 75 songs. Really, it's just a sentence that reiterates my answer in the table.